he comes! Buckle in!
Good morning, boys and girls of the internet. Today is Monday, October 8th, 2018. Vlog number 280. And, yeah, we're getting up there. Almost 300. Which is a good movie, by the way. I'm not going to be talking about 300 of the movie right now. Something else that I noticed about a week ago. There was an article about upcoming the new Soul Calibur game. Sorry, I couldn't get that out. Early morning, I'm tired. Leave me alone. New Soul Calibur game coming out soon, and I'm, without a doubt, a very big fan of Soul Calibur. Even though I haven't really been playing fighting games for the last couple of years all that often, because I tend to get bored of them real quick now. Back when I had a bunch of friends that were able to come over and play with me, that was something different. We loved to play good old classic fighting games like, you know, Street Fighter 2, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, all those games were awesome, and Soul Calibur. And Soul Calibur came out on Dreamcast, Soul Calibur 2 on PS2, Soul Calibur 3 was amazing. You know, all those games, they're really cool. And it was really fun to play those type of games with friends in the same room. Now a lot of people say, oh yeah, they have online modes in these games now. It's not the same. To me, playing games online, especially a fighting game, you're always going to have lag, for one. So you always have to fight with that. You're not fighting a person, you're fighting lag. Which, no, that's not something I want to deal with. And plus, it's something completely different when you're playing, you know, with some buddies in the same room, and you're all kind of enjoying each other's company, or, you know, for lack of better words, you know, if someone does something bad to you, you can go and punch them in the arm. You know, we did that kind of thing. So, now, the article I read the other day was about the upcoming Soul Calibur game and its DLC. Now, I hate DLC. I hate it with a passion. I think after all these years, I mean, DLC has been a thing in gaming for quite some time, well over a decade, and it's never been pretty. It's never been a thing I've been into. I think in all that time, I may have bought DLC twice for 2 different games, and I can't remember what it was, because I simply don't like doing it. I feel that if I'm going to buy a game, you know, if I'm plunking down $60 for a game, that game better be complete. Whatever I get out of that game, that's what I'm getting. Now, if it's a game where it has what they call DLC, but it's really like a completely new standalone chapter, for example, Infamous, I think it was Second Son on PS4. That had a chapter that you can buy and download, but you actually didn't need the core game to play it. So to me, that's not DLC. It was a standalone mini game, like a micro game that you can get. So I think that was cool. I didn't mind buying that. I bought that. Same thing with Last of Us. Last of Us had the Left Behind downloadable content. That you didn't need the core game for. That was a standalone game as well. Now, the new Soul Calibur game is coming out very soon. I forget what day it's coming out. It had a couple sessions of people being able to play the beta. I didn't play any betas or anything like that, so I can't speak to the gameplay of it yet, but I'm assuming it's going to be played like Soul Calibur. Now, in the beta, it has all the characters that apparently going to be in the final game, plus some others. For example, the beta had that you could play as Tira. She was a selectable character. However, it was made known to people that Tira is going to be a DLC character. She's not going to be playable when you buy the game until you buy her as DLC. I don't know what other characters are going to be like that, but I'm assuming she's not going to be the only one. This pisses me off to no end. Not only is it like such a super cock tease that the beta lets you play with her and she's just there, but you have to buy her when a game comes out, which tells me that more than likely she's going to be on the damn disc when you buy her. Of course, not everybody buys a disc anymore. They buy the game digitally, but she will be packed into the game, and all you'll be doing is buying an unlock code for her, which I hate that shit. And that happened a while ago with I believe it was Soul Calibur 4. For both Xbox and PS3. There's this Xbox 360 and PS3. And this is one that on the PS3 version, you had the ability to get Darth Vader. Actually, it came with Darth Vader. That was like the bonus character that for PS3 players. Xbox had Yoda. However, when you play the game, you know, wherever they were on the little like character select screen, you could obviously tell that there was like an opposite side of the character select screen where there was like a blank square. You're like, oh, well, look, I'm playing the PS3 version. Here's Darth Vader, and that opposite blank screen, oh, Yoda's going to be there. If they ever release Yoda. Now, we didn't know if like Yoda at the time, if he was just gonna like unlock over time. Same thing with Xbox players. Xbox, they had Yoda and they had a blank square where Darth Vader would be. We didn't know if they were gonna unlock over time, but eventually it came out that, oh, they're gonna be DLC characters. You have to pay for them. And the retarded shit was, and you could tell when something is DLC yet is on the actual disc, is when after you purchase the DLC, whatever you download is only like, it's a tiny little file. It uses like 100 kilobytes, and like it downloads instantly. It's like bing. All that means is like it just download the unlock code, and because he's on the fucking disc, the character was there. You didn't have to download no textures. You didn't have to download no wireframe models. You didn't have to download no movesets or anything like that. And that's bullshit. I hate when that happens. It's like, you mean to say that, it's not... I could see if it's a game company who are making additional content for a game after the game comes out. And they do this all the time. They make like map packs for certain games, or they add whole new chapters or things like that. And it's actual things that are content way after the game comes out. But if it's something that they're planning on for the game to have, like, it's something that is supposed to be in the full game, but they're locking it off so you can pay for it later, that's some fucking bullshit. I hate that shit. Because they're purposefully scaling the game back to make more profit later. Which, of course, like anything, video games are a business. They're for profit. It's understandable. And video games, they're expensive to make. That's without a doubt the case. I won't deny that. And if you ask me, I actually think video games as they are now with a standard retail price of $59.99 in the US, is too cheap. They need to go up higher because it's been $59.99 for I think since 2005, so like 13 years now. Inflation wise, they've lost their value. I don't have an inflation calculator with me at the time right now, but I'm assuming that a $59.99 game in 2005, right now that price is probably like easily $65-$70. Conversely, a $59.99 game right now, back then, would be only like $50, give or take. I'm assuming, because inflation is a thing. So just inflation alone, games should be retail value at least $69.99. And that would give, game companies back a little bit more profit, and they don't have to worry about adding, bullshit DLC here and there. Now, of course, we're in a part of gaming culture where DLC is assumed. What the hell's going on here? So there's no turning back. You can't turn back the clock on DLC. Even if you do raise the prices to a standard like $70 for a full retail game, people are still going to be doing the same DLC practices. You're still going to have your stupid ass season passes for games, which is that's another thing I hate. Is games are coming out, and even before the game is out, they're like, "Oh, buy the season pass for it," because it's basically saying like, we know there's going to be something coming out for it later, and whether or not you want it, you prepay for it. Whatever that is in that season pass later on could be shit. You don't know that, but they want you to, pay extra money for this game, and then it's extra stuff. Basically, the cats are out of the bag. It's not, you're not going to get the DLC practices to a normal, reasonable level anymore. It's something that should have been standardized years ago, but it was a wild west of when, video games were coming out and you can get digital content for them. You can go back like way before that, when a lot of PC games have like mods that people made for them, or expansion packs. Back in the day, like expansion packs were the DLC. But you would go to a store and you buy the expansion pack, and if you wanted to, you don't have to, but if it was a game that was online, most people did anyways, because you want to buy the expansion pack to play with your friends that have those expansion packs. So same thing with today. People are buying DLC because their friends they also have that DLC, and you want to be able to play with your friends. I'm saved from that because I don't play online, so I don't have to worry about that kind of bullshit. Now, if, game companies want to put out DLC like costumes and colors for their characters that don't actually mean anything, they don't actually, affect the gameplay, they're not a new character, they're not a new stage, they're just cosmetic, go right ahead. People may or may not buy those because, some people, they like to have certain cosmetic features on their character. That's fine. Some people will buy them, some people won't. Those I don't find a problem with, because, like I said, it's totally optional and it doesn't actually affect the game, as a whole. But if it's a character and it's on the disc, you better fucking believe that I'm gonna want that character. But if I know it's on the disc and he's behind a paywall, I'm gonna be pissed off. And almost out of protest, I won't buy him. So I'm gonna buy Soul Calibur, the new Soul Calibur when it comes out, and I won't ever have Tira in my game, or whoever else they're gonna have for DLC, because I just don't do it. I strongly believe that as a gamer, you vote with your dollars, and so whatever you buy or do not buy is telling the game companies what people want. Me, of course, I'm just me, and I'm hardly representative of the majority of gamers out there. But hey, at the very least, I'm one of the people who are actually telling game companies that, yes, I do enjoy my single player experiences. I want my story driven games. I want my, third person adventure games like, Uncharted. Don't give me that stupid first person crap. You're gonna give me a game like Skyrim, which is a great open world RPG, but I hated playing that game because I hated just like walking around seeing my arms of the character that I, spent a lot of time creating and customizing to look the way I want, but I couldn't exactly see them unless you change the mode into third person mode. Which, my friends will argue that, like, oh yeah, you could play the whole game in third person mode if you wanted to, and doesn't actually, it's not a detriment of the game. No, the game was built and designed to be played in first person, and even the controls of the game are designed around that. And when you put it in third person, the controls are wonky. I'm sorry, Skyrim is wonky as hell if you try to play as a third person, because it wasn't designed for that. My friend won't have it, and he's impossible to argue with that kind of shit. But because he loves Skyrim and he played the shit out of it, he played it all in third person. In first person. When Cyberpunk comes out, I want Cyberpunk. The game looks awesome, but I'm hesitant in it because it's going to be only in first person. Why? I want to be able to see my awesome Cyberpunk character with all the modifications I'm going to, add to them. And, when I design my character, I want to be able to see them. And not just in like cutscenes when the camera pulls away and takes me out of the action. I want to see them constantly. I don't see what the problem with that is. I'm digressing away from DLC, but still, there's just little like things that bug me as a gamer, even though, like I said, I'm the extreme small minority of gamers in today's society. In fact, I don't even game all that often. But what can you do? I'm an adult and have adult responsibilities. Not like I have kids or a wife or nothing, but you know what I mean. I have a full-time job. I have certain other like adult hobbies and responsibilities that are away from gaming and takes time away from gaming. Things like my photography and things like that. So I just don't have much time to game anymore. But I still enjoy the type of games I like to enjoy. I think, there's a lot of people that are like me. So hope game companies don't ignore me and the gamer I am anymore. Anyway, that's enough for me complaining and bitching and moaning about this shit. But I'll talk to y'all later. Everybody have a good day. I love you.
Me? yours. There is a rare ingredient found only in Helheim. The keeper that protects the Bridge of the Damned. I need its heart.
Hell,
The realm of the dead. Do you know it?
not this one.